So what's going on in the real estate market in Barrie in 2023? It's really hard to tell. Right now, we still have a very low inventory. And in November, December, the sales were definitely slow, slow, slow. But the interest rates have gone up, and it's just really slowing down in the lower price range as far as the approval process and what people can actually get for a mortgage. I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, we've had some really high priced houses sell. So my philosophy on that is obviously people with a bigger budget, these mortgage rates aren't really affecting them. If you're making giant money, doesn't really matter. So the middle guy, the us regular Joe everyday people, we're the ones really, really getting hit with this mortgage rate interest problem. And apparently there might be one more increase, but a pause is coming. So right now, there's some really good deals in Barrie to be had. The duplex and the investment properties have gone down quite a bit. Now, the ones that are really, really nice and fully renovated, beautiful, those ones are actually selling still into the high eights because people are buying them and it's multi-generational living. Like a mom's living in the basement and the daughter and the son and the kid are living upstairs. I mean, for first-time buyers now, you just can't afford to buy on your own. So we're seeing a lot of families move in together and they're buying the legal duplex, you know? The other thing with a legal duplex is if it's legal, you can use part of the rental income towards your qualifying income. So if I'm getting 1,800 for the basement, the bank will count that as part of my income to approve me for the mortgage. So if I'm, very borderline on an approval, and now all of a sudden I can buy a property, rent the basement, I can own a home and have rental income coming in. So you see duplexes also selling for that, for owner occupied, but still using part of it as a rental. So the prices there have gone down in the ones that have tenants in them. The ones that are vacant seem to be still going pretty high. And they're not going where they were last year at the 900, a million, but a lot of them are still in the high eights if they're really nice. And it depends on the area as well, right? Like this is one big thing I'm seeing right now is Toronto agents are buying up here and they're way overpaying for certain properties because they don't really understand the area. And when they say location, 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 they're not kidding. I mean, in Barrie, you can go from one block and go 2 blocks over and the prices are totally different. And it's still considered the East End, or the North End. But people that live here and do business here, we know the areas. So be very careful of that. Right now in 2023, the first quarter is going to be rough, I think. I think it's still going to be a buyer's market, but the inventory being so low, if it continues to be this way, then I think it's going to be tough on buyers and sellers, really. Because if you need to buy, there's just nothing out there to buy. So I think the first quarter is going to kind of tell us. And normally you see the shift in March or April. That's when the spring market really hits. So we'll see if there's a big influx of listings. If there's not, then, this low inventory mess could continue. And it's kind of holding prices steady because, there's not a lot out there. The only time the prices really, really go down, like a huge amount, is when we have way too much inventory out there. And we haven't seen that for a long time. And with the interest rates, no one's moving. So no one's selling. So you know, it's going to be interesting to see. But all these forecasters, you know, have a different forecast, which tells me they don't know what the hell is going on. So I don't think anybody really knows. I think March, April is going to give us a clearer picture. And I think for right now, we're still slow, not a lot going on out there. And there's some really high prices selling. If you have any other questions, shoot me a comment. And if you have any interest in certain areas, I can help you out with that. So shoot me a question, I'll give you an answer.